Welcome to KATV India. I am Tejas Khatokar. The naval tensions are rising between the United States and Iran in the strategic waters of the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. These will have major implications for global security and trade. In recent months, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and the US Navy have been involved in a series of high-stakes naval encounters, underscoring ongoing friction between Iran and Washington. Iranian state media reported that an Iranian naval helicopter warned off the US-guided missile destroyer, that is USS Fitzgerald, in the Gulf of Oman, after the American vessel approached waters that Iran considers to be under its surveillance. And according to these reports, the American warship then altered course and continued on its mission. These interactions are taking place against the backdrop of a broader deterioration in US-Iran relations, including stalled nuclear negotiations and sharp exchanges at the United Nations over Iran's nuclear program, where both sides reiterated opposing positions of uranium enrichment and diplomatic terms this week. Here is how this affects geopolitics. The Gulf region is one of the world's most sensitive strategic areas, particularly because nearly 20% of global crude oil exports pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Any escalation involving US and Iranian military assets could have immediate consequences for energy markets and international shipping flows. Iran has continued to assert its naval presence in the region, often positioning its Revolutionary Guard naval units near key waterways to challenge foreign warships and patrols, a posture that US officials describe as assertive and potentially destabilizing. The US maintains a robust Fifth Fleet presence in Bahrain, tasked with ensuring freedom of navigation and marine security, particularly for commercial shipping in international waters. American commanders have repeatedly affirmed their commitment to safe, professional operations, even as they monitor Iranian maneuvers closely. This year has seen a number of tense marine episodes in the Gulf and adjacent waterways. Iranian forces have seized vessels alleged to be carrying smuggled fuel, and a move Tehran says is law enforcement, while others view it as a part of broader pressure tactics. Now, analysts say that repeated sightings of naval activity, warnings, and close passes between US and Iranian forces reflect an era of persistent, low-intensity marine friction. These incidents are not yet open to conflict, but they carry a risk of miscalculation, particularly as regional conflicts, proxy engagements, and diplomatic disputes continue to strain US-Iran ties. The current naval tensions are a part of a wider pattern of strategic rivalry. Shaped by disagreements over Iran's nuclear activities, regional influence in Iraq and Syria, and Tehran's relationship with non-state militant groups. Earlier this week at the United Nations, both sides traded sharp statements on the future of nuclear talks, highlighting how diplomacy remains fragile even as military posturing increases. For audiences, the key takeaway is that while neither Iran nor the United States appear intent on open confrontation, the potential risk for an escalation at sea remains one of the most sensitive security risks in the Middle East today. US-Iran naval tensions in the Gulf underscore not just a military standoff at sea, but the deep geopolitical fault lines shaping Middle Eastern stability, where every encounter carries strategic weight, and the risk of miscalculation is ever present. Subscribe and stay tuned for more.